What's going on YouTube? Q back here again with another video for you. We live inside the ride right now. So in today's video, we're about to go over the 5,000 mile review. And right now I'm on my way to the Toyota dealership. The same Toyota dealership that had to help rebuild my engine on my FRS with the engine that blew up. But that was Subaru stuff. So now we're here for Toyota business. So currently I'm sitting at 5,500 miles. I got a notification on the cluster of the GR Corolla that I needed service around 4,800 miles, and I'm overdue. I made the call at like 5,200 miles and they were booked up. So here we are today going to the service bay in the Toyota dealership. So I'm gonna be going over what that first maintenance call gonna entail, so you can all know what it's gonna be like. And I'm pretty sure it's on the house. Toyota got 2 years maintenance free from what I hear. So hoping there's nothing else wrong with that, but should be all good, no problems here. Mainly just the oil change is what I need. So stick around for a while, and before you leave, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel. Let's jump into it. Just reached Suburban Toyota in Troy, Michigan. Let me pull into this service area. About 1 hour later, we're all done with our first service, and honestly, they ain't even doing nothing. They just rotated the tires. And then, since this is where my engine blew up on the FRS, I'm like, hey man, are you sure that you absolutely sure? Because I didn't check the owner's manual. Who got time for that? I gotta work. But I'm like, man, 5,000 miles with no oil change. They said the oil change comes at 10,000 miles. So I did a quick search on the forums to see what people are doing, and people are changing their oil at like 1,000 miles. But if you got one of these GR Corollas, what are you doing for your service? Are you doing 1,000 miles? Did you do it at 5,000 miles? Or are you doing what the dealership said to wait 10,000 miles? 10,000 miles is not gonna sit right with me, so I'm gonna make a couple phone calls. I'm gonna read my owner's manual later to see what they say. But tire rotation and a multi-point inspection. So if anything happens, they got proof that I was here. And I checked my Toyota app, so it's the service is documented. So if the engine go kabooey, we covered. I'm trying to see if they even put air in my tires, because I got the low tire warning earlier this morning. Even though it was at like 29 PSI, I'm waiting for it to register the tire. So I got to drive it a little bit to see what it says. And that thing never holds. I got this in my third screen with the torque for each wheel and the tire pressure. Every time I look to go in here, it changes back to like the beat trip information. I don't like that. See, I got my A, or my 1, my 2, and my 3. Okay, there we go. Look like they did put air in the tires. Good job, y'all. Cause I'm over here nitpicking. Like I like to see this service done well. So all my tires are filled up, even though they all over the place. Got 33, 36, 35, and 37. All right, there we go. Got the paperwork here. Basically everything passed, every multi-point inspection. And this service would have been $52 if it were out of pocket. So I asked the service advisor about the price of the oil change. I'm like, hey man, how much would it just cost for me to do the oil change or me to pay y'all? He said it was $70, but I'm gonna check. And if the majority, I know a lot of people are just doing the oil changes as that's what we have been used to doing, the first 1,000 miles, but there's some merit to that. Like with services, like sometimes it's not always needed to change the oil, because the first oil change is something special they do to it to have lubricating agents in it, depending on the car. I'm not even sure what it is on this GR Corolla, but sometimes it's not always best to be hasty and just change the oil. So I'm gonna see what they say, and I might even call corporate to see what their recommendation is. If they recommend to change it at 5,000, I'll bring it right on back and we'll change the oil. But if not, then I guess we'll wait. When I bought my GR Corolla, it had about 3,100 miles on it, and I put an additional 2,300 miles on it. So now we're sitting at 5,500 miles. So what has it been like to own this car and drive it for those 3,000 or 5,000 miles? Here we are today. So it's been an absolute joy. I did not expect to love this car the way that I do. So this thing is a gem of a car. It's fun every day, no matter where I am. And yesterday, this Volvo wanted to smoke with me on the highway. And let me tell you, that Volvo was faster than me. I don't like that, so I think I need some more power. But the GR Corolla, the torque up top, it kind of loses steam up there, and I was like gunning it, and it was running out of steam. I'm like, dang, this is kind of underwhelming. Whereas in the Integra, that thing is freight training the whole way through. But the GR Corolla kind of loses steam around, 5,000, 5,500, less than 6,000 RPM, and it revs up to about 7. So there's that new experience, running out of steam. But taking off is good. Middle, like around 3,500, it pulls hard, but then it loses steam kind of fast. So got a narrow power band up there from like 3,500 to 5,500, let's say. Also on this GR Corolla, I expect for it to be trouble free. Like some people who commented, I always got to mention the people that comment because I read all the comments. They were saying like this puny little engine, what is this, a 1 liter, 1.6 liter inline 3? They said it's going to go kabloom after like 20,000 miles. And those people don't know that the GR Yaris exists. The motor's been out there for a while, and these things are pretty robust. People are tuning these things reliably to 400 horsepower. So I'm just waiting to see what that's going to be like. I ain't about to be one of the first ones to see what it's like. But I'm fine with the stock power right now. I do wish I had a little more power, but the miles will come on here. We just got to wait and see, wait for the development. Just give it time. And also another thing, like the differentials or the transfer case, whatever module controls this torque split, there's somebody that's developed one to give you more fun on the rear bias. Because as you've seen in a lot of videos, I'll be trying to swing it in here and it just won't freely let me let the rear brake loose. I can when it's wet, but I have to do a whole lot. And as you saw on my back road drive, like the GR Corolla, it was a little underwhelming, but it sticks so much. It's hard to make it lose control. And speaking of losing control, it's about to be winter time here. It was 30 degrees this morning, had frost everywhere, and I assume that's why my tire pressure light came on. But we're about to be getting a new set of tires on here. I'm thinking about the Vertesteins. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Never even heard of the brand before, but they came highly recommended to me, so I'm going to check those out. And they're cheap too, cheap, and they got great performance. And then I want to see if I can slide, because yeah, that's what I want to do. So they're going to be a winter set, and it might be a little bit too early for winter tires right now, but I will be getting those soon. Check out this brake dust. I wash my car. It's been a while now. I know a lot of y'all wash y'all cars weekly, but I ain't got time for all that. And my guy that used to wash my car, the mobile wash, that guy Jay, he ain't there no more. But we'll see. I've been talking to my tire guy, see what he got in store for me, see if I can get a little discount on the little something. So in the Integra, I plan on getting some Falcons on that one. So the Vertestein, the winter's time tires on this one. I think it's like the Falcon 460s on the Integra as an all season. But yeah, this car has been lovely. I'm starting to like it more. Every day I just like it more and more. Like the aggressive looks on it. I love the wrap that I did to it. Is the car matching me, or am I matching the car? That was not intentional. These just my colors. This is just rap. It's random. But yeah, definitely want to get. I'm going to be going to the track the first week in November, weather permitting. But this car should be able to handle that on the track. I don't know if they're going to cancel the track day due to the weather, because it gets cold around there. This is Michigan. It can snow in November. It usually really doesn't snow that early, but let me not jinx it. Knock on wood. And that's why I got the mud flaps. I do plan on doing some rally car driving as well. So look forward to that once the snow hits, or whenever rally season hits. I ain't never been, so I don't even know. Owning the Core Edition, I will say if you can, get you a Circuit Edition. It costs a little more, probably a substantial amount more with the markup on it. But man, just the nicer interior, I would spring for the Circuit Edition, just because the interior on here is Econobox, and I am not a huge fan of it. It is a cheap interior, but everything else is so fun about this car, and I loved every moment of driving it, every moment of owning it. And somehow I put more miles on the Integra than this. I love that car too, man. It's crazy out here. And I made the mistake of going on Auto Trader. I found another car, one of my dream cars, a Chevy SS that I really like. So I don't know, y'all know how I do. Yeah, more content coming on here. I don't even know if I would do any more physical miles on it. I know Race Car France, he was saying do the Circuit Edition hood vent. I actually don't like that one, so I'm gonna not do that. And speaking of race car fans, I want to give a shout out to the rest of the men of culture at Hunter Gang Nate and Blueprint 1LE. You guys, drop a comment. Let me know what miles I should do and what kind of miles are you doing if you got one on here. So I know there's a blow-off valve, but I kind of don't want that. Like, it does enough, and now I'll probably get tired of that, to be honest. It was cool the first few times I heard it, and now I don't even notice it anymore. But I just want to slide and just get better at driving, so I'm gonna enjoy it as is. Since I've been waking up the frosty moments, I got to use my favorite feature. We got our heated steering wheel, and it feels so good to the touch. My hands don't be frozen no more, so I ain't got my gloves yet. And these seats, so comfortable. Heated seats on here feel good. These are cloth seats, but they're heated as well. I haven't really seen that in a whole lot of cars before. You normally got to get leather seats to get the heated option, but Dodge does it, and apparently Toyota does it with the cloth seats in here, especially in like racing-esque seats. And then also the shifter. This shifter gets so I'm gonna compare it to the Integra. I hate to compare it because that thing is near perfect, but this shifter is really good, really notchy, and I love the feel of it. But sometimes it get a little inconsistent with the shifting feel to it. What you mean by that, Q? So what I mean, like sometimes, because I be shifting from muscle memory, I'll just shift, and sometimes I have to put in less effort than what I'm used to. Sometimes it's more effort, and it's not every time. It's not even probably 5% of the time at most. But sometimes when I do it, it's a little annoyance. I just like the consistency of the same exact shift every time. Like sometimes I don't even put it in gear because I don't even know how that happens, because I'm used to the muscle memory of putting a certain amount of force in, and sometimes that force needs to be greater, and sometimes it's left, and I just ram that thing in the gear. So that's just a little criticism on it. But other than that, I really don't have many negatives. Like the seating position is high. This is a Corolla at the core, no pun intended, but they did a phenomenal job at transforming it from a basic commuter car to a all-out just performance car. It's a performance hatchback, and I did not think I would enjoy this car as much as I am. And man, shout out to Muncie Toyota for letting me get first dibs on this thing, because man, these things are not easy to come across. But join the forum if you are looking. Some people in the GR forums on the Facebook, they're selling them. A lot of people are just selling them for profit, and they come in at decent prices on that. So, and they have some modifications too, some decent modifications like tint, ceramic coat, and PPF. So check them out if you are looking for them. Just private owners. So there's that. We got the first service done, to be continued on that. So might be good, might not be good, but I got to check the owner's manual like I said. So hopefully you all enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.